Welcome back to the English grammar classes number 4. Today we are going to learn what is a simple sentence, a compound sentence and a complex sentence. With respect to a clause, we have these 3 divisions: simple, compound and complex. Before learning this part, you must be thorough with what is a clause. So go to the previous lesson. Now, what is a simple sentence? A sentence that has only one clause is called a simple sentence, which is independent and it cannot take another clause. That's why it's called simple sentence. Example: the boy broke his leg. In this sentence we have one subject, that is the boy broke his leg. We can say that's a predicate, or there is one subject and one verb here. He walks fast. In this sentence, he is a subject, walks fast is the predicate. And here we have only one clause. She wrote a letter. In this sentence, we have only one clause, one subject and one predicate. Manu stood first in the class. There is also one clause. That's why they are all called simple sentence. Then next kind of sentence is compound sentence. You know, this division is with respect to a clause. Other division we have. Do you remember the second class we had regarding the kinds of sentences? There we had 4 kinds of sentences. They were declarative, or we can say they are declarative, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory sentences. Some others also give another division, that is optative sentences. But here we have this division with respect to a clause. So the first one is simple sentence. The second one is compound sentence. What is that? Compound sentence. What is a compound sentence? A sentence that has 2 or more independent clauses is called a compound sentence. That is to say, suppose in a sentence there are 2 clauses, they are independent clauses, and these clauses, we can say main clauses 2 or 3, they are all equally important. Some specific conjunctions, punctuation or both are used to join together these clauses. Example: and, but, or you can say or, etc. are used to join these 2 clauses or 3 clauses. Examples will say: I always wanted to become a writer and she wanted to become a doctor. So 2 clauses, main clauses, independent clauses, they are equally important. Teena saw Reena and she became happy. Teena saw Reena is one clause. She became happy is another clause. They are joined with the conjunction and. Rohit scored well, but he is not a good student. Rohit scored well is one clause. He is not a good student is another clause. They are joined with the word but, that is a conjunction. The problem is tough, but I am sure you will solve it. In this sentence, we have 2 clauses joined together with the word but. Many were called, but few were chosen. In this sentence, many were called. There is a comma, then but few were chosen. So they are joined together. Now let us see an example for 3 independent clauses together. No, men may come, and men may go, but I go forever. I go for a walk. In this sentence, we have three clauses, three main clauses, or you can say three independent clauses. They are equally important in this sentence. So, did you understand what's a compound sentence? Let us learn the definition of it. A sentence that has two or more independent clauses is called a compound sentence. Please repeat after me. A sentence that has two or more independent clauses is called a compound sentence. So you have learned it. Very good. Now let's go to the next type of sentence. That is complex sentence. Next type of sentence, that is complex sentence. What is a complex sentence? A sentence that has a principal clause, or you can say main clause, and one or more than one subordinate clause is called a complex sentence. To learn it, I repeat, please repeat after me. A sentence that has a principal clause, in bracket no, that is main clause, and one or more than one subordinate clause is called a complex sentence. Clear? Now, a subordinate clause gives information about the main clause in a complex sentence and is introduced by a conjunction such as because, if, that, or, where, why, what, etc. Subordinate clauses can come before, after, or inside the main clause. So now let us see the examples, then we will find out, and we can find out where the subordinate clauses are appearing in these sentences following. So one example, I saw you when I went to station yesterday. In this sentence, I saw you is the main clause. Subordinate clause comes after that. When I went to station yesterday. Okay. So in this case, the subordinate clause comes after the main clause. Let us see another example. When I stopped, or when he stopped, no one said anything. In this sentence, the subordinate clause comes in the beginning, and it is starting with the word when. When he stopped, then there is a comma. No one said anything. In this case, it comes in the first part of the sentence. So another example you see where the subordinate clause comes in between. The man who came into the room was small. The man who came into the room was small. In this sentence, subordinate clause comes in between. Actually, the main clause is what? What is the main clause? The man was small is the main clause. And the subordinate clause comes in between. Who came into the room? Another example, let us see for this type of sentence. The car that I drove was a Ford. In this sentence also, the subordinate clause comes in between. That I drove. So the complete sentence we have, the car was a Ford, is the main clause. Did you understand these three things here? Simple, compound and complex sentences. So let us wind up today, and we will meet with another subject next day. Thank you very much.